This is Rico here for Iboxinghub with a man named after two of my favorite things in the world, Denzel and a Bentley. I know. Ever since the very first interview I've ever did with this guy, that's the one catchphrase there. You need no introduction, but Denz, how are you?
I'm all good, thanks, man. And yourself, how are you?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Trying to pin you down, I needed special agents and the same guys that got Diddy. But
Yeah, no, for that I have to apologize. Still, I'll be honest, I have to apologize because we set up
oh
dates,
no, no, no,
and then
you
obviously
don't.
I lost track of time, so that's my bad. I apologize. Still, I weren't
No,
trying
you
to
don't need to apologize.
duck and
Don't
dive
need to
on that,
apologize.
but yeah, we're here
Uh,
now.
Oh, you don't need to apologize for anything. Your time is very valuable to me. You were, one of the first people that ever gave me an interview, an actual full one, where I didn't have to try and sneak into your changing room. But I just want to say thank you so much again for all you've done for my career, personally, bro. So thank you so much. Just obviously getting into it. We're going to get into the news. We're going to get into, the almost the second resurgence. I say resurgence, but they cannot keep you down, mate. Firstly, how's everything been since your victory over Osaze?
Yeah, man, it's been cool. It's been cool, I guess. Just been in the gym, same old man, back working, man. I gotta not let these performances or victories kind of like get to my head because it's done now. I gotta be able to do it again and again and again and again and again until I hang the gloves up. So I'm back in the gym. I'm just training, working, waiting for the next date, and hopefully we get some news soon.
I mean, you say this. People that I've watched, I think this might be my fifth or sixth interview with you, but
Yeah, yeah.
you are like the Samoans, bro. Well, you don't like fishing, but it's either it's either that or back in the gym and fighting. You love to fight, Dens. I mean, I've watched you fight numerous times now. I've seen you send many men to the gulag. Derek Osaze was the latest victim. It almost seems like if you're not knocking out people, you're sort of going the distance. What have you learned, sort of from the Heaney defeat? Let's go there.
Um, I learned that don't take nothing for granted. I mean, like if you're not mentally right, then just take a step to the side and reassess what you need to do because I think that's the most important thing, being right mentally. And I wasn't right mentally for that fight, and I didn't really want to use it as an excuse and stuff. But it's just life, in it. Life catches up to you, things happen, and you got to
Mhm.
try and soldier through it. But in my mind, it was like all the greats in every sport, all the great athletes I look up to, were able to go through certain things and perform, although they probably weren't in the best shape or the best condition or the best in their personal lives. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you talk about well, I don't know how public this is, but when Floyd fought Maradona, his partner at the time just aborted his twins. You look at Michael Jordan in the flu game. You look at Kobe when I'm saying he had a bad back. He's at the fans are here to see me. I got to play. I
AJ
guess with the
glandular
other two,
fever.
that I'm saying, yeah. So all these things. So it's like, and they managed to get through it and win. So I'm like, nah. If you want to be on that level, you got to be able to perform when your whole world is collapsing. You got to be able to stay locked in and stay focused and do what you need to do. So I went in there with that kind of mindset, like, nah, I should be able to lock in and be, especially where he ain't on the level that I aspire to be at or that I'm on
Yeah.
now. So I should be able to get rid of this guy, regardless of what's going on in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? But really and truly, I should have stepped to the side and handled what was going on in my personal life and come back fresh and to go again. And obviously, I've also learned that my power don't come from walking you down. You know what I mean, it comes from being sharp, counters, and just being quick. The shots that they don't see coming are the ones that hurt my opponents. And when you look at most of my knockouts, it's never really been walk them down, boom, 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 and knock them out. It's always been a sharp counter or a combination of shots or a flurry, or you know what I'm saying. So I've got to stick to what I'm good at and not get carried away with what I think I can do and do what I know I can do.
Well, I know you're one of, if not the biggest punches at middleweight, next to somebody that we're obviously going to be talking about a little bit later. But I mean, it's as you just said. I mean, you're extremely sharp on the counter, and the thing is, when you're on the counter, you got dynamite in both hands, mate. How I saw Danny. I mean, let's look at the statistics. Okay, two men, one after the other in the second round. I mean, I know, you got to be like, oh, yeah, you should get these man out, this and that. But that is serious business, bro. I mean, is there ever sort of a point, and obviously you give me something political, but is there ever a point you kind of in the gym and, your coaches are there and you're just like, yeah, that was some serious business. And you're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now on to the next, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, with Martin, he doesn't let you sit on things too much. So during my week off, I can call him many times and be like, oh, that was a good performance. But when we're back in the gym, we're back in the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's done now. It's the next
He's like,
step. Like,
shut
do you know what I'm
up,
saying?
put on it.
Yeah. You've had your fun. You had a week off to talk about it, celebrate it, do what you want. Now we're back in the gym. Like, let's get to work for the next one. We've got to do it again. We've got to keep performing at that level. But it's like, even with those two last guys, the plan wasn't to get rid of them like that, The plan was to break them down and then try and stop them late. That the plan was to basically pretty much like the Morrison
Get the rounds in.
No, I'm not into all the get the rounds in. I'll be honest with you.
Or like work on things.
No, just don't rush your work. Don't rush your work. Do what you need to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Say, hit your shots, land it, find the next shot, and go again. Later on down the stretch, they'll get tired, and then I can pick up the pace. You know what I'm trying to say? It's not really a work on things, because the level I'm boxing on now, I don't get the chance to work on things. That all needs to happen in the gym. It don't mean I still can't learn under the lights about certain things. It just means that whatever I've worked on in the gym needs to become second nature by the time I'm fighting. So with Derek, sorry, go on.
No, you carry on, sorry.
Cool. So with Derek, in the gym, we worked 3 shots consistently, and it's very It's not really traditional or whatever. We work the jab anyway. We work the jab. We did a good jab. We work the left hook as he falls in, because he likes to counter with the right hand a lot. So it was like, as he's countering with the right hand, catch him in between the right hand, because he pulls back first and he more time he loops exposed. Leaves himself exposed. He loops it, and then we worked on the right hand, because when he is countering with that right hand, his left hand goes down. So he worked on the right hand, a straight hand or straight right or uppercut, because he pulls back and then comes round like that with the right hand. So
and then this area here is just all
it's all open. So it's like I could either roll the right hand, come with a left hook, or as he's pulled back and he's coming back to throw the right hand, catch him with the right hand in between. So I remember in sparring, in my mind, the uppercut was the shot, if not the left hook. It was like a roll uppercut. When he throws the right hand, roll it and come with my uppercut. I remember that was what I was in my mind. Obviously, with my trainer, I was working the jab, left hook, and the right hand, obviously. But then I thought, if I can land the right hand, I can land the uppercut. So I remember everybody I sparred, I landed that uppercut on. Not for the whole spar. We might do 6 rounds. I catch you with it once. So all I needed to know that I can land it in this fight at some point. You get it? So it was very particular. I was being particular, being precise. So like I might do 3 rounds and not throw it once. And then when I remember, boom, bam, I'm throwing it. So it come like second nature to me, the uppercut. So if you can ask everyone I sparred in that camp, and they will tell you. To be honest, look, I got a YouTube channel now, innit? So I got a vlog, an episode of that fight.
I will be subscribing to that. I think I know the person that does your media for you, by the way. I think she's pretty cool as well.
Now she does some of it, but I got the next guy does it. So Ernest, shout out Ernest. Shy was
shout out Ernest. We love you guys, man.
Shout out 505. But yeah, she's the one that put me onto it, that really gave me the idea, innit? She done the first one for me. And Ernest is just putting on for me. He's done a sick job with it. But so my YouTube channel, I've got an episode on that fight. And when you get to the end after that, you can hear the guys from the gym saying, Oi, I felt the uppercut. I know about that shot. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because
they were all sad. They were like, "Yeah, mate, he's gulag, isn't it? Yeah."
They're like, look, there was no way he was getting away from that shot. Like we know, like we've seen it. You see it at the end of that vlog. But everybody I sparred in that camp, I landed the uppercut on them at some point. So when I was fighting Derek, he just swarmed me in the first round. It was like, all right, don't panic, just stay composed, catch the shots, throw when you can in between, and try to catch him in between. And if you watch that fight, I threw the uppercut more than once. I threw it about 2 or 3 times, 2, 3, 4 times differently. And a lot of them didn't get through. That one, I just kind of
tried to impose himself on you though, Dens. Like, I was even looking at the dude, like, did they study your tapes and what you can do on the inside. Like I was shocked at his particular game, but I mean, we're happy in hindsight.
Yeah,
But was that sort of expected? You know, because obviously he did want to prove himself against you then.
100%. So there's two things with that. Yeah. So for one, I think a lot of people look at the Cash fight, and Cash started really fast with me and imposing stuff on me and got me out of there. Cool. That's done. That's history. People look at that, and I feel like everyone thinks they can start fast. And secondly, we
Yeah,
sparred a while
don't
back.
look at that.
It was like 6 years ago when me and him sparred, yeah, and he was just roughing me up. I'm
Hmm.
like, bro, this guy want to give me a breather, like he was just on me, like, right. And I'm like, we had good work. I think we sparred. He came down for that week. I think we sparred twice or three times, 2 or 3 times, and that was the dynamic of the spar. He just come me, sworn me, throwing little short shots, spoiling my work. So I was like, cool. If anything, he's gonna be like that times 10. Because it's been 6 years down the line. You can't tell me he ain't got better, he ain't got fitter, whatever. But if he slowed down in the slightest, he's in trouble. So I was expecting that. So I just thought, cool, that's what you're gonna do. Come, yep, he's taking shots. Then the second round, I thought, try and draw him in, try and draw him in, try and draw him in. So I was just flicking my shots and I was going backwards, flicking it, going backwards. I wasn't really sitting inside of him, flicking it, going backwards. And as soon as he opened up for me, it was like it was just instincts.
Hey.
It just came up. Yeah. It was like my body just said it's there. Before I can even think about it, my body was like, it's there. Like, so I just reacted and I hit him. But like I said, in the gym, that's what I was doing. So back to what I was saying, anything that I'm working on in the gym has to become second nature to me in the fight. So I don't really go into a fight thinking work on what we've been working on in the gym, because now I'm forcing work and I might not get it off. It has to be second nature.
Second nature. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Denz, it looked like, and this is the thing, and this is what I say to a lot of fighters, and I hope a lot of people watch this, especially for yourself, Brad Pauls. I mean, I think our middleweight domestic scene is one of the best, if not the best, at that weight currently. I just don't. There's one person obviously I need to ask you about a little bit later, but I'm sure you've seen a previous opponent of yours fight in Australia. I don't know if you did catch that fight. Janabek, I'm very sorry to that young man. I cannot remember him for the life of me. I do know he apparently is a young Australian up and comer. What did you think of Janabek in that fight? I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, I tuned in just as he knocked him out, because I was training. But yeah, he done what he needed to do, really and truly. He hurt him bad in the second round, but I get it was at the end. It was on the bell when he knocked him down, whatever. So you gotta let him get back up and do his thing. So the other guy, I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I think it was Andre something.
Yeah, man.
Look, he tried his best in it, and your best is all you can give. He tried to stay in there, he done his thing, but Janabek was just too good for him. But look, the level of these guys that Janabek's boxing, I don't think none of them are world class fighters. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, I don't think any, even the guy he unified with, I don't think any of them are like world level fighters. I don't think
I got
Janabek's
you in
doing
the
with a world level
rematch,
fighter.
then. I
That's the thing.
just
I, I went into that fight with lack of experience. Obviously, we worked
Mhm.
on things, but it was from like fifth round onwards. It was just all heart that I was fighting with, all heart. You see, now I'm a different fighter, and I've gone through the ups and downs, and now I've got that experience along with developing my skill set. It's a different fight. He steps in the ring with me, it's a different fight. Still, I promise you, because the things that I was managing to get off in that fight with the lack of experience. This is a man, yeah, with over 300 amateur fights, an Olympian, been boxing
And you
since a
did
kid.
that.
And
I
I'm
think that's
exactly, and
where the Heaney result kind of came from in essence, but we'll leave that to the side. But just in terms of you
yeah,
developing, if there were, just to go back onto that world level, because I have to agree with Carl Frampton, and I think there's domestic fights for you and this, and we're going to get into that obviously. But obviously, in terms of a rematch, and I've said it, I would say it to Janabek if he asked. I reckon you stop him, mate. Just looking on the improvements that you have had.
listen, that's not far fetched, man. I think about that about myself, but obviously people out there would disagree, and I really couldn't care less. I'm just saying, give me another shot, and you will see. Because, like I said, I know how I'm feeling in myself in the gym. Um, uh, just me upping my levels, how I'm feeling in my mind, my conditioning, how far I think I can push. I think Janabek is the finished article. The fighter he is and the experience he has, he ain't getting any better than who he is. It's a case of how far can his talent take him. I'm still improving. I'm an improving fighter.
Mhm.
So the next time he steps in the ring with me, he's not stepping in with the same guy. That
Mm.
was I was 27 at the time. He's not stepping with that guy. I've had another 2 years to develop my skills and go through the trenches, and I've had these fights, and he's been off, very inactive, struggling to make weight, then make a weight, and coming back and still doing good because of his talents, like I said. But he's gone through a few things himself that ain't good for him physically. Ain't good for him physically, do you know what I mean? But look, I'm ready, bro. Like, I'm number 2 to WBO. I want to push on, get another shot at Janabek, and that's it. Like, that's who my sights are on. Even if Janabek was to move up to super middleweight, at some point in my career, I'll move up to rematch him. Like, that's a fight that
Man,
I want in the
man
future.
said,
Do
"I'm
you know what I
getting
mean?
that back."
No,
Okay,
100%.
okay. Obviously, I won't keep you too long further. I love these conversations between you and I, Denzi. They do
Yeah,
make my evening. Obviously, we got to talk about. I mean, Tyler Denny, Hamza Shiraz, incredible heart from Tyler. But obviously, moving on to you and what the EBU has ordered. I do believe that you are the mandatory position for Hamza Shiraz. Has there
yeah.
been any, you might not tell me this, but has there been any conversations between you, your promoter? I know you guys are under the same banner, or is that a fight that you would look at next? I think you deserve a turkey bag, bro. I'm just gonna say it out there right now. I think you deserve the turkey bag, bro. Frank, come on.
Yeah, look, I think I deserve it too, but I understand my position in it. That setback of Heaney made me have to go back and earn my right again. And I think I have. I think I have. I think I've
I
done
mean,
that.
you've done it really.
In any case.
You got
Yeah,
Dignam, you got Derek, you're number 2 in the WBO. At some stage in the
yeah,
game, you can be a mandatory right now, man. But has there
yeah,
been a
exactly. So,
conversation about that or anything? Or
uh,
how do you feel about the Shiraz fight?
no, because they just obviously announced it the other day, and I know these guys are busy with the next Saudi card that is on the top. Said none of them are in the country at the moment. They're all out in Saudi. So I'll probably wait till they get back and see where we are. I think the EBU said they're giving us to the end of the month to come to an agreement. So there's loads of time to to sort
Negotiate.
something out, negotiate. Yeah. So I haven't had a conversation with anyone yet. Pardon me. And yeah, it is a fight that I'll take. It's a fight I'd love to have. I've been saying it all this time, but it's getting to the point where I feel like I'm just chasing him, and I don't want to ever feel like in my life in a position where I'm chasing someone that isn't a world champion. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I hear that.
I understand it could be a good fight. It'll be a big fight, but the only reason why I call for that fight so much is because it got put to me 3 years ago when he just moved up, and I was like, "He's not even a middleweight. What do you mean?" And they asked me, "This is after I lost the cash," and then they're like, "Yeah, he's moving up. He wants to fight you." I was like, "All right, cool, pull it on." It didn't. It didn't come through. They said, "No, not yet. Let's have a fight first. We'll fight him next." Then I thought Linus. Then it was when if he beats Linus, him and Dens for the British. I beat Linus. Then I thought Marcus Morrison done a matting. Then it was 12 to 18 months down the line. Then I went out to America, done what I done with Janabek, came back, knocked out Kieran Smith in 30 seconds. And it was, we'll do it for a world title. And I'm like, bro, why is this getting further and further? You can't put something to me and then start trying to push it back. But no one sees these things because I don't talk on it and I don't start saying things. And it's like, oh, he's above this level, he's above that. Then get rid of me, then, bro. If he's
Mm.
not on that level and he was mandatory for the British, I was mandatory for his Commonwealth. It still didn't happen. I ended up fighting Heaney. Obviously, the madness in my personal life happened. If I fought him, he probably would have, not even probably, he would have beat me that night as well. He would have beat me
Mm.
that night. My head was just gone. Like, I just wasn't there. Obviously, I spoke about the situation, my son and that, but whatever. Cool. They didn't take that. I lost to Heaney, setback. Yep. Now they feel like, Denzel's done. We ain't got to go through him again. I'm going to come back. Watch. I'm going to show you something. Dignam, got him out of there. Derek, got him out of there. And now I'm back in position. And now I'm mandatory for another title that he has. Let's see if it happens. Because at this point, there's only one side that's not willing to take the fight.
Mm.
Nothing to do with my end. I ain't said no to
I
fight
don't
my
think
life.
you've
Every time
ever
you
said, even you've never, I don't think you've ever said no to a fight. As long as I've known you, as long as we've spoken, I
never,
don't think I've ever heard that from you or any
never.
whispers. And I do hear
I'm
whispers,
trying
like
to say,
nothing from your
or
team.
potentials, never, because that's my job. What someone asks me what I do, I'm a boxer, I
Boxer.
fight. What am I saying? I don't want to fight this guy. What am I scared of him? I'm not scared of I'm not scared of anybody in this world, let alone in this sport. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about, you think I'm scared of someone in a fair fight? If it gets too tough, the ref will just say it's calm, stop. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's a fair fight. So, anyway, So that's the fight. And every time it's been put to me, I say, let's do it next. Every time anyone asks him, which is very rarely, he says in the future, down the line. Well, how far down the future do you want it? Now we're position number 1, number 2. This could be for an eliminator or the EBU or WBO interim, like everyone's fighting for, and we can see where it goes, innit? But that's the fight I'd definitely take, to be honest. Since it's been put to me, I've been like, yeah. So, but I just don't want to feel like I'm just chasing him. It makes me sick. I'm like, bro, I want a world title, not Hamza. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, if it comes with a world title, I'll be even happier. But I'll take
I
it
gotta
next.
be honest. You beat bro. You can write your own. They'll make you a Saudi ambassador, bro. If you knock bro off the chessboard, I
Yeah.
I said I'm taking the ambassador strap.
Yeah.
Thank you, obviously, so much, Denz. I really I've got one more question for you, bro. Actually,
Yeah.
two.
That's cool. That's cool.
How comfortable are you still making this weight?
I'm making it all right. I mean, look, it's never comfortable, John. I was gonna say,
Only because
it
when
gets
I
hard.
saw
It
you at
gets hard.
Crystal Palace, and I was just like, "What you going to see the middle soon, soon, soon?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you're
Listen,
still here."
I want to make that jump, but you see that the position I'm in, I would kick myself if I didn't
True.
have another shot at a world title at middleweight for me and win it. Like, I'd want to win it. So if I move up, I got a chance to be a 2-time world champion, God willing. But the thing is, domestically, I feel like super middles, it's there. But I don't want to be boxing domestically no more. But so on the world stage,
No, don't box
super.
domestically
That's what I'm
anymore.
saying.
Like
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
just not even there.
So I've got to be a little bit more savvy. Like, I can still make the weight. Let's do it. But at the world stage at super middle, it's a lot more challenging. Do you know what I'm trying to say? These guys are a lot
Absolutely.
bigger. They do different things. So it's like, take your time, then. You ain't got to rush that. And I mean, you might maybe another 2 years. Another 2 years, I'm good. If I win a world title, defend it a little bit, and then when I'm like 31, nearly 32, my body would have filled that again. Probably get harder to make the weight even more, and then I can move up because
That's
you
like
see
two
me, and
years. You
I'm not as small as some people think I am when they see me on telly. Everyone says, "Oh, you look smaller on telly." I'm like, yeah, but I'm on weight. I'm on weight on telly. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to do?
that's it, and it adds 6 pounds to the camera as well. You fat bastard.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Oh,
So,
and just the last, the well, as long as you're not eating one cube, because Hamza is a massive, bruv. Like you both, like I mean, you like, but him, he's huge. Like I don't understand how like one cucumber a day to make that weight for that gentleman.
yeah,
Um, and just the last question, mate. You have become somewhat of a cult hero. I think over the last 6 years, obviously with before obviously the cash situation, and I think that you would absolutely get that back. Um, just to now, and your growth, like you've built somewhat of a fan base within London. You're your core hero. I just, no, honestly, mate, honestly, like you can headline against anybody at this point, and I think obviously Frank and the rest know that. How does it feel, going through this growth, becoming, the sort of this beacon to other boxers in which you can lose, but you can just keep on coming back up. You can have unfortunate situations, and obviously, my love to you and your family for said situations. But how does it feel being that role model within your home city?
yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because, bro, you know me. I'm a normal guy, bro. I'm just chilling. You know what I mean? Like,
Way too normal. That's why I'm asking you the question.
like when I do what I do, I don't. I'll be honest. I don't do it with the mind of, oh, I'm going to inspire people to do whatever. Like, I just do it because that's just how I feel and that's how I am. If I take a loss and I want to come back because I'm stubborn, that's just me. But I see the effect it has and how people look at me and be like, "Oh, he can do it." Do you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that I'm able to headline and I'm still some sort of a household name to an extent, and I can still be putting good fights. I've still got enough of a name to be in some good decent fights because I've still got a lot left in me, and I don't want to be left on the back burner trying to like struggle my way through. But so I appreciate the position I'm in, and it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy, bro. It's been a grind, bro. And if anyone can take anything from that, then look, I'd be impressed. I appreciate it. Like, look, I appreciate that you look at me and feel like you can reach a certain level or gain something because I've done it. So I mean, it just trickles on in it. So I just hope to keep doing good things, and when young kids are starting boxing and they're coming through, they watch my fights. Like I watch the guys that I feel like are my heroes in this thing, or the guys that I feel like I learn from. So if I can be that guy when, you know, in the next 10 years a young boy's turned pro, or 20 years, and they said, yeah, man, I remember back in the day I used to watch Denzel, Bentley, and you know, it just made me realize I can do this. I'll be a proud man no matter what I achieve in the sport, bro. I promise you. That's
I think
amazing.
you should, and I want to tell everybody this because Denzel, you will not say this, but this is a very true story. Every single fight, his missus hates it, right? But he will, every fan that will ask for a picture, an autograph, or anything, as he's leaving, that big bro will not leave the building, and he will always give time for his fans. So I just want to say thank you so much, Denz. Keep on going, brother. I'm really, really looking forward and very excited to I say this resurgence. I won't call it a comeback. I'm just calling it the continuation of a journey
I
with
like
more
that.
experience. I know I do well sometimes. This is this has been Ricco for Iboxinghub with Denzel Bentley. Denz, last word to your fans.
Yeah, man. Look, man, keep supporting me, keep looking out for me. I'm here to put on some good fights for you guys, man, and get onto anyone you want to see me fight, man. Tell us I'm ducking, man. I'm here, man. I'm ready.
I know, it's just so cool for school, this guy. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe, like, and Denzel, your YouTube channel, please tell them where they can find you at in terms of YouTube and your
Yeah, yeah.
apps.
My YouTube is Denzel Bentley 2S, and YouTube episodes are called The Sharpest. So you just type that in, Denzel Bentley 2S or The Sharpest, the number 2S, and then yeah, The Sharpest. And I've got two
Thank you.
episodes out, the Dignam episode and the Derek Styles episode, but there's more to come. More to come.
I can't wait. This is going to be a bit of cinema. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and above all else, God bless you all and take care.